Hey, what's up, you fucking nerds? I recorded that Altered Beast video earlier, but I have some extra time, and I got everything else more or less I needed to do today, and I think I'm gonna play a little bit about Mortal Kombat, like I said I was gonna do in the other video. So I might play some other ports of this. This is the arcade version on Xbox 360. I'm always between Scorpion and Sub-Zero. I'm gonna be Sub-Zero. I'm usually Scorpion, but I'm gonna be Sub-Zero. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause it for a second. I will... No, never mind. So, I very well might do some videos on different ports of it. Like, this is like the best version. This is the arcade version. This is what it was designed to look like this. Everything else is just a reflection of this. So, 1991, I believe, is when this came out. I think it didn't hit arcades, or did it home consoles till 92. But my dad took me to a pizza place in Dale, Indiana, southern Indiana, and we, oh man, if I can figure out how to do the kick, do the slide. Okay, well, I can't, apparently. That's awful. That makes me feel like a horrible Mortal Kombat fan. Let's freeze him. Okay, there's a moves list, so... Oh, and block. I guess it's different in the arcade version. It isn't that in the, Yeah. Okay, I don't feel that bad. In the Genesis version, it's actually different, so... So are a lot of things, like Kano's Fatality is easier in the Genesis version. I used to own the Sega CD version, which I definitely want to play for you guys. I'm going to order it and try to play it a little bit before, MKX comes out. I'd like to play all the games, but I know I'm not going to get to it. I know I'm not. So, I was 8 when I played this for the first time, which is, I don't think it's that bad for today's standards. Like, there are kids playing like GTA and stuff, and I find that kind of reprehensible, because this is so fake looking compared to games today. And they're not like, hey, let's slap some hoes, or whatever. Forward down forward. It's okay, but they do that. They do rip people's heads off. So if you don't know, if you haven't played the first Mortal Kombat all that much, you only have one fatality, other than the stage fatality, and there's only one stage fatality, and that's it. And that's all you gotta do. It's like, do the fatality. But for a while, it was like almost not quite a secret that you could do that, but you didn't know how to do them in the arcade. There wasn't the internet, so you just sort of, as soon as they said finish him or finish her, in this case, you're just tapping buttons. You're just like, oh my god, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. Oh, Sonya, you can't really do that. That's unblockable. But the CPU's cheat. Aha. This game uses digitized actors, like they actually just take pictures of them when moving and then scan them into the game. That's why they look kind of like real people. Ah, almost lost. Sub-Zero wins. They've given these characters, like the 2011 reboot of Mortal Kombat was one of the coolest things I've seen. They took a cue from Star Trek and gave it an in-continuity reboot, and I just love how they like give everybody gets names, and it really reinvigorated things. We got Mortal Kombat Legacy, I believe it's called. And I love that series, that web series. And they used some of the mythology from the 2011 game and stuck it in there. Also in the Genesis and Sega CD versions, when you activate the blood code on the Genesis version, their heads just facing the same way. You don't have that extra facing towards you animation, which I love. Also in the Genesis version, Liu Kang isn't there. It's just another ninja, which we're assuming one Scorpion and one Sub-Zero. And in this one, they just have one ninja over here, because it's supposed to be both of them. Because they both look identical without their colors. In the Game Boy version, which I did just order, so we're gonna be playing like really crappy Game Boy versions of this. They're actually in different like see how they're in different stances right here? That's how you tell them apart. In the Sega Genesis version, they're in the same stance, and they're just different colors. I think in Sega CD, though, they gave them the separate stances. Sega CD version's not as advanced as you think it is. I'm actually going to order that next week, and we'll play. I promise to play a little bit of it before MKX comes out. I'm probably not going to beat this or anything. So that's weird. His mask reverses color. I don't understand what's going on there. Oh, I suck at this. Boom! Always thought that was awesome. They brought that back in Deadly Alliance. 2002's Deadly Alliance, which is the year I graduated from high school, was like the other rebirth of Mortal Kombat. Like MK4, by today's standards, is really shitty in my opinion, but by back then's standards was just kind of crappy. Like once Dead or Alive 2 and all those other fighting games came out, like MK4 just looked bad. It looked like they didn't know what they were doing. Shit, Raiden whipping my ass. And I have Mortal Kombat Gold on Dreamcast, so we'll be playing that in the next couple weeks. But you couldn't step to the side very easily in MK4. You couldn't really do anything very easily. You had a huge like fatality-esque button combination to pull your weapon out. And what do you get for your efforts of pulling your weapon out? As soon as you get hit, you drop the fucking weapon. It's awful. I used to like MK4 too, and I still find it oddly playable, like a lot of games I used to like. But it was more of me loving Mortal Kombat and trying to love MK4 and MK Gold. And the first game I bought for Dreamcast was MK Gold when I was like 15, and my mom felt so bad because she even that was my favorite thing in the old game. Oh, there's so much gore everywhere. Now, yeah, my mom felt so bad for me that she could tell how bad the game was that she bought me Sonic Adventure, which is a good game. Before the next Sonic game comes out, I'll play some Sonic games. But, so I don't know if anybody knows what this game is. I'm just throwing this out there. There's a game where some guy looks kind of like Raiden's in it, and it's very similar to Mortal Kombat. And you get like hit off of a building, and at the bottom of the fatality, it's not a fatality technically, but whatever it is in that game, the guy basically liquefies into blood on the ground. I have no clue what that game is. I remember some local news network when I was a kid talking about violent video games. They were like, look at this video game, the kids play this shit. Oh my god, it's the worst thing ever. So so if you know what that game is, where a guy kind of looks like Raiden and gets uppercutted into the ground and he liquefies, just put it in the comments. I'll be forever grateful. One thing I want to say before this round's over, I love how Shang Tsung's head moves. In the Genesis version, it doesn't. Oh, I fucked it up. So apparently he's supposed to be, Kano's supposed to be like a Terminator copy. I I never saw that. I never thought that was what was going on. I guess I see it now, but Johnny Cage before he has his arcing ball, like his, before he just wore sunglasses all the time, even when he's fighting.
Sub-Zero wins.
Go! I also feel this is the quintessential game to talk about like secret characters and stuff too. When I get around to playing the Sega CD version, I'll show you how long it takes that Reptile fight to load up. But Reptile was like the first secret character, and people thought Ermac was a thing, and I remember that. Boom.
Sub-Zero wins.
But Ermac was never a thing. You can't have rumors like that anymore. Like, cause everything, people don't just talk about stuff on the internet, but they hack the game so they know everything that's in the game before anything happens. Like, just, I just find that really irritating. And there's nothing you can do about it. Like, I love the internet, obviously. I'm putting freaking YouTube videos up, but it just, what I like to see them do with Mortal Kombat X is put a secret character in it, but put it out in an update that comes out like a week after the game's out, and then don't tell anybody about it. Try to encode it like really confusingly, so somebody's gonna figure it out at some point, but try to just make it as much of a secret as you can by putting it in the game as an update. I honestly, or even as a day one update, I honestly don't think that's gonna happen. I recently found Mortal Kombat Trilogy, but I don't have a PlayStation 1 anymore, so I don't know if I'm gonna play that before MKX comes out. But oh no, Frozen! Won't you suck it? Now, in the in-game manual, it actually says that shit, man, I'm just getting my butthole reamed out. Your doppelganger is actually like a demonic reflection of you. Like, it's not just an in-game thing that you can fight yourself. It's actually a in-story whatever. But speaking of in-story things, Mortal Kombat's one of those series that has this really intricate story behind it. I'm gonna lose this one, it looks like. Oh my god, he's gonna kill me. Clappies for my death. Alright, well, Scorpion. I think Scorpion's the first person I ever performed a fatality with, though. Really? Might have to give up on this. Woo! So, yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up. Mortal Kombat is, oh man, despite being one of my favorite series, it still has its ups and downs, and I'll talk about that more in some of the other videos. And it seems like they do always come back, though. Oh, I remember what I wanted to say earlier. The mirror matches were kind of a big deal in this, because Street Fighter, you couldn't do that until the Champions Edition. Oh, I actually won this. Boom! So, oh man, in the Genesis version, you could keep jumping back and forth like that, like back and forward and kick, and you could actually like win the match by doing that. But here it's not. Like the arcade version's AI is a little bit harder. And he blocks it. Jump. You got me. Escape. I hate that. I hate when they duck it. I lost this. Unless I get super lucky here. Nope.
Scorpion wins.
So yeah, that's me playing a little bit of Mortal Kombat. And yeah, it's one of my favorite games of all time, and I love it. And I'm not amazing at it anymore, but I still enjoy playing it when I can. And I'll try to get more Mortal Kombat videos up as the month progresses, and I'll see you fucking nerds later.